Welcome back to the Roman Szmal watercolor swatching series. This is the final video in which I'm going to be swatching all the colors. Before I let you know what my top 10 colors are and what I think of the brand in general in the next video. In this video, we're going to be swatching the umbers, the neutrals, as well as the black colors. So let's get started with the swatching. First up, we have the Cypress Raw Umber Brownish, which is made of PBR7. German Raw Umber Greenish, PBR7. Cypress Raw Umber, PBR7. Cypress Burnt Umber Light, PBR7. Cypress Burnt Umber, PBR7. Transparent Oxide Brown, PR101. Brown Ochre, PBR7. Sepia, PBR7 and PBK9. Cypress Raw Umber Deep, PBR7. Dyke Brown, NBR8. Cypress Burnt Umber Deep, PBR7. the color that I call the Unpronounceable Gray, which is the Presby's Gray, which is made with PB29, PR177 and PG26. I entirely apologize for my pronunciation. Payne's Gray, PBK9, PB27 and PR264. Peridine Green, PBK31. Roman Black, PBK11. Vine Black, PBK8. Ivory Black, PBK9. Neutral Tint, PB60, PBK6 and PV19. Mars Black, PBK11. And finally we have the Aquarius Black, which is made with PBK11. Welcome back. The paints have dried and these are the burnt umbery colors to all the neutral colors. First impression, I get completely drawn into the Aquarius Black, but we will get to that. But the texture is amazing. And then of course we have the Unpronounceable Gray that I'm not even going to try it because I can barely pronounce Roman Szmal and I'm just going to get this so wrong, and you guys are going to have to spend so many hours trying to train me and I'm still not going to get it. So let's take a closer look at these colors. First up we have the raw umbery colors, the Cypress raw umber brownish, the German raw umber greenish, the Cypress raw umber, the Cypress burnt umber light, as well as the Cypress burnt umber. Huge range of burnt umbers. If you ever wanted to feel like a kid in a candy store when it comes to neutral colors, Roman Szmal is definitely the brand to go for. Now, as I said in my last video, I'm not the best at describing all the different neutral colors because I'm not as knowledgeable with them as I am with the bright colors, but I will give it a go. Out of all this, I think the lightest is the Cypress raw umber, and it's definitely the one that struggles the most in terms of drying evenly. All the other colors, even if they go uneven, they dry more flat. However, the Cypress Raw Umber will stay exactly where you put it, and that can be a good thing if that's the kind of level of control you are looking for. The darkest one out of the lot is the German Burnt Umber Greenish, and because it is greenish, it is a slightly more muted color. But if I was to recommend the spot on Burnt Umber, I think it will be between these two, either the Cypress Raw Umber Brownish or the Cypress Burnt Umber Light. And which one you go for, I think, depends on what you're looking for. The Cypress Raw Umber Brownish has a deeper color, therefore you can get a wider range of value, whereas the Cypress Burnt Umber Light, it lacks the darker values, but it is also more even. So yeah, depending on what you're looking for. Then we have the Transparent Oxide Brown, the Brown Ochre, and I would say the Cypress Burnt Umber. These three are pretty similar in hue. The Transparent Oxide Brown obviously is great if you're looking for transparency. The Cypress Burnt Umber is one of those two-tone colors again that we saw in the Italian Burnt Sienna, I think, this color. So if you are looking for a little bit more expressiveness and texture, then Cypress Burnt Umber I think will be beautiful. Roman Szmal did say that the best umbers come from Cyprus, and I can totally see why he would go out of his way to grab Cypress colors. The Cypress Burnt Umber, the Raw Umber Brownish, and the Cypress Burnt Umber Light, they're all beautiful, very even colors. The Transparent Oxide Brown and Brown Ochre is a tinge slightly little bit more red than the Cypress Burnt Umber. I think if I were to recommend a burnt umber color, I would go for the Cypress Burnt Umber. Not just because the hue is spot on, but because it has this finer texture and a slight tiny bit of two-toneness that I find really, really interesting. Then we have Van Dyke Brown, Sepia, and Cypress Raw Umber Deep. Three of them are quite similar in color. The Cypress Raw Umber Deep is a little bit more yellowish than these two. Van Dyke Brown is another color that is unique to Roman Szmal, and is definitely a two-tone granulating color. Very interesting. Sepia also has the same two-toneness, however it's a lot more subtle than the Van Dyke Brown. The Van Dyke Brown is like another Aquarius green in that the two-toneness is very obvious. Then we have Cypress Burnt Umber Deep. If you're looking for a burnt umber that has a wide range of value, go for this one. It's the darkest of them all and the color is still spot on. The Cypress Burnt Umber is a little bit more reddish when watered down than this. I think personally I might go for the Cypress Burnt Umber Deep just because I can get that wide range of value, and the color is a little bit more burnt umberish than the Cypress Burnt Umber is. I like to have my burnt umber as neutralized as possible, so that's what I would probably go for. Then we have the Unpronounceable Gray. It's always going to be Unpronounceable Gray on my channel. Don't at me about it. You hear my pronunciation of Roman Szmal, I have no chance in this. This is a beautiful color, however, though. It is I would say that the Mineral Violet, the Aquarius Green, and the Unpronounceable Gray is a perfect trio of colors to have if you just want to pick three really unique colors from Roman Szmal. I've talked about this in my Vlogmas. I will link it up here so that you can find more details about it and what I feel about it. Beautiful, beautiful color. Definitely go for it. Then we're on the final page. We have the Payne's Gray, which is spot on. Should be this dark blue, neutralizing blue-ish color. Then we have the beautiful, beautiful Perylene Green. It is super deep and super dark. This is the darkest Perylene Green Mastone I've seen, and yet it waters down to this beautiful green. So I would highly recommend trying the Perylene Green if you are into your Perylenes. Really, really good. The Roman Black, the Mars Black, and the Queerest Black, they all granulate black. They're all PBK 11s. The Roman Black is obviously the lightest, but it's also the warmest. It has a yellow tone to it, and it really reminds me of Sumi ink when it's watered down. It has that really soft warmth to it that is beautiful. Whereas the Mars Black is like the super black of all the blacks actually, but it also granulates. And then Queerest Black goes absolutely bonkers on the granulation, and it creates such deep moods and depth and interest. I would say that out of this spread, if you can only go for 2 colors, then go for the Unpronounceable Gray and the Aquarius Black, because you're going to get a really fun wild time with these 2 colors. Then we have the Vine Black, which Roman said that only White Knight has it. Well, they used to have it and they don't anymore, so it's unique to this brand as well. And it is a yellowy black again, just like the Roman Black, just with a lot less granulation. Then we have the Ivory Black, which is exactly what you expect, maybe a little bit warmer than what you might expect, certainly from compared to Holbein. Then we have Neutral Tint, which is a bluish neutral tint. In the matte stone, it is a very nice black, but when you water it down, it's a little bit more blue. So that's the swatching of all 140 Roman Szmal colors completed. We've swatched all of them. Thank you so much for going through. I've had so much fun swatching these beautiful colors. They've all been so lovely to swatch and to talk about. There are some really interesting colors. This is the end of the swatching. However, this isn't the end of the series. Next video, I am going to talk about the pros and cons of Roman Szmal as a brand, as well as my top 10 favorite colors. So do hold on to that video for next week so that I can show you which are my favorite colors. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, huge thanks to Roman for making this series possible. And I will see you in the next video, which is going to be my top 10 favorite colors from this brand. And I will see you then. Bye!